Out of my last 13 years on YouTube, I've gotten 20 billion views. That means the world has watched my videos twice. And I say that not to brag, but I say it more so to validate the information that I'm about to share with you, because I have gotten really good at making YouTube thumbnails. And thumbnails is one of the things that I used to struggle with so much. I had the worst thumbnails imaginable. In fact, my first couple videos on YouTube, they didn't even have thumbnails. They didn't exist. But a lot of creators that are starting out nowadays fail to realize that millions of YouTube videos are getting uploaded every single week. And one of the best things you can do is make your thumbnails simple. You got to understand that if your thumbnail is confusing, complex, or overcomplicated, people are going to overlook at it and go to the next video just like that. So in this video right now, we're going to break down a thumbnail formula that I use for every single video. And I've been using this formula for the past 5 years. And this formula is getting my YouTube channel over 100 million views every single month, which is just insane. So this is one of the most valuable things I can give you. But on top of that, this is directly pulled from our program, Bluprint Mini, and it's a 3-hour program that is 100% free. It teaches you everything you need to know about content creation. So if you're interested, check out the link in the top of the description. 100% free. Head over to Bluprint University. However, if you want to take it a step further and you want my team to actually mentor you and coach you on how to be a better creator, you can sign up for Bluprint Premium. That one is a paid option, but it's also down in the description. So enjoy my #1 thumbnail tip. Thumbnails. There's millions of them on YouTube, and viewers skim over these videos extremely quickly. So what is going to make someone stop and click on your YouTube video? Class, any answers? Silence, I see. Well, throughout my 5,000 thumbnails that I've posted on YouTube, I have discovered an absolute revolutionary idea that makes people click on your thumbnails. You guys want to hear it? Okay, giving some excitement now. Now look, this formula took years to replicate, years to perfect, months of just planning and dissecting and retesting and all of these things. It's absolutely ridiculous. Simple. Yeah, that's what it is. You have to make your thumbnails simple. The most simple thumbnails are going to stand out amongst the crowd. Hey, you in the back. Are you in your phone? Are you in your... You're never going to get 1 million views, kid. Let me show you a thumbnail that isn't simple. Tippity tappity. This is element number 1. It's a truck. Element number 2 is me inside the truck. There's like a hot tub in the back. So already we have like 3 elements going on, and we haven't even made half the thumbnail. We have the truck, the water splashing out, and me in it. And then if we touch again, we have the price tag, $100,000. And then if we touch again, we're gonna add the other part of the thumbnail. So now we're at 4 elements, 5 elements, 6 elements, 7 elements on this thumbnail. So there's so many things going on here. So not only does this thumbnail have 7 different elements, but the other problem here is we're also trying to represent sound, and we're also trying to represent movement. And representing sound and movement in a picture is very difficult to do. So I figured out that the perfect formula for YouTube thumbnails is 3 elements in your thumbnail, and each element should be understood in only 1 second or less. So this thumbnail having 7 elements is too complex. It's no longer simple. And when you put it next to a bunch of other videos on YouTube, a lot of people are going to look at it for too long. They're going to become confused, and they're probably not going to click on the video. So what does a good thumbnail, a simple thumbnail with 3 elements look like? Nothing. I'm just kidding. This is our first element. This is the earth. And this thumbnail that you're about to see is actually one of our best performing videos in 2024. But Let me touch it again. And now we have a grass block. And if I touch it one more time, this is our third element. We add us into the thumbnail. And this video is I survived Skyblock in real life. And compared to the previous thumbnail, this one is so much more simple. Only 3 elements. And honestly, you can understand this thumbnail in under 3 seconds. If I was just to flash this thumbnail in front of you for 3 seconds, you could kind of understand what's going on in the video. Let me show you guys another thumbnail. I know, this is so exciting. Everyone, hey, can we calm down a little bit? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so this next thumbnail is one of my favorites, but we have a dirt background. I usually don't consider the background an element if it's something very simple like this. Now, if your background of your thumbnail is super detailed, then I would probably consider it an element. But for this one, I don't really consider it one. So if we add our first element, it is a door. If we add our second element, it is me holding the door open. And then our third element is an explosion right out the window. So this thumbnail has 3 elements and obviously performed very well with a high click-through rate. But class, it's not just my thumbnails that are simple. Some of the most viral videos on YouTube have simple thumbnails attached to them, starting with a video like this. This is a TED Talk, and it has 80 million views. And you can see just how simple the thumbnail is. A very simple screenshot of someone beatboxing, which is what is happening inside the video. Next up, we have Jumping from Space, a Red Bull video with 147 million views. And you can see just how simple this thumbnail is. There's really only 2 elements. You have the astronaut and space in the background. So you can understand this thumbnail within 2 seconds or less. Next one we got is GoPro. This is a video with 225 million views. And it's this guy about to do a crazy backflip over a 72-foot canyon. And it's very simple. You can see the canyon down there and you can see the bike in the thumbnail. Only 2 elements. Next video. This one is crazy, 537 million views, but again, a very simple thumbnail. Next, 93 million views on one of this Mr. Beast gaming videos, the world's hardest video game. Again, very simple, only 2 to 3 elements. But check out this one, 94 million views, soccer trick shots from Dude Perfect. Even a rat can get almost 100 million views by making his thumbnails very simple. But sometimes these rats have to get caught by cats, which are one of the most viral things on YouTube. 122 million views of this cat stuck in a container and he is in the pool. So there's really only 3 elements to this thumbnail, but you can understand it so quickly. 72 million views of this little girl singing. Again, very simple thumbnail. And then 76 million views for a makeup tutorial. Again, a very simple thumbnail. Any questions, class? Okay. Now, one thing that we missed out on is you all noticed how simple those thumbnails are, but did you notice how realistic they are? A lot of them are screenshots from the video, and if they're not a screenshot, it's a very realistic looking thumbnail. Let me show you a thumbnail that I produced that's not realistic. So this is a thumbnail of me in a cave system, and then we can go ahead and add these 3 creepers. And right off the bat, this thumbnail just looks kind of fake. It doesn't look realistic. However, this thumbnail is very simple. It's me with some realistic looking alien creeper things trying to chase me. So it's a simple thumbnail, but it's not realistic. And because it wasn't realistic and it doesn't look real, a lot of people didn't want to click on this video, which resulted in a below average CTR rate for our channel. I always like to say the more believable your thumbnail is, the more clickable your thumbnail is. So a good YouTube thumbnail is simple with only 2 or 3 elements, and it's also realistic. While on the other hand, a bad thumbnail looks fake and it has too many elements, so you get confused when looking at it. Here's a simple, realistic thumbnail. This one. This is I turned my house into a trampoline park, and this thumbnail is not only simple, but it's extremely realistic because it's a real photo. We actually did almost no photoshopping on this thumbnail. The only thing we did is just enhance the colors. That's it. You made it to the end. Hopefully you didn't fall asleep, or hopefully you're drooling over your keyboard about how glorious that information was. But if you want access to the entire Bluprint Mini 3-hour program, you can get it linked in the description. It is 100% free. I'm not charging anything from this, but it does cover video ideas, video scripting, thumbnails, titles, editing, filming, and growing your channel, quantity versus quality. We dive into a lot of these really, really big concerns. I mean, Bluprint Mini is pretty much everything you need to go from 0 to 1 million subscribers, educational wise. But if you want to grow even beyond that, if you want to work one-on-one with my team, you can check out Bluprint Premium. Both of those links are down in the description. Bluprint Mini is 100% free. Bluprint Premium is 100% paid. So choose your destiny. Enjoy.